Hola amigos! Welcome to Everyday Spanish with Stephanie. Today we're diving into something exciting. How to learn Spanish fast with Netflix. Yep, you heard that right. Grab your popcorn because today we're turning your Netflix binge watching into your Spanish learning powerhouse. Now, I know what you're thinking. Stephanie, haven't you already done this video before? And yes, the answer is yes, we have talked about this before. But guess what? My strategy has evolved and the tools that we're going to be using have improved. So whether you're a beginner or you're more advanced, I have some tips that's going to supercharge your Spanish learning. Are you ready to transform your Netflix time into Spanish mastery? Let's get started. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about our new secret weapon in our Netflix Spanish learning arsenal, the Language Reactor Chrome extension. This fantastic tool is 100% free and super easy to use. Here's how to get it. Okay, step one. You're gonna open Google Chrome and search for Chrome Web Store. In the store, search for Language Reactor. Click Add to Chrome and install the extension. And voila, you're all set. What's great about this Language Reactor is that it's compatible with both Netflix and YouTube, giving you a wide range of Spanish content to explore. Once you have the Language Reactor installed, head over to Netflix. Choose a Spanish show that you're interested in. I'm currently watching Carmel. It's a thriller murder mystery kind of show and I really like it. When you start playing the video, you're going to see a little Language Reactor button. Click it, and that's where the magic happens. Now you're going to see Spanish subtitles on top and English subtitles below. But wait, there's more. The Language Reactor has a really cool feature that lets you export the entire script. Just hit the little transcript button, and then you can view the entire dialogue side by side in both Spanish and English. This is gold for our Spanish learning strategy. Speaking of strategies, let's talk about one that I use frequently, the Unacademy Languages app. It's kind of like having a Spanish tutor in your pocket. It has interactive lessons, native speaker dialogue, and personalized learning paths. While we're using Netflix for immersion, the Unacademy app is perfect for little practice sessions and structured lessons. I'll show you more about how I use the app later on in the video. Stay tuned. Okay. Now let's move on to the step-by-step process that I use with Netflix to help me learn Spanish fast. First, export the script and give it a quick read. This helps you get familiar with the content and also spot any words that maybe you're unfamiliar with. Then, I want you to jot down these new words. Doing this beforehand is going to make the input so much more comprehensible before you even start watching. Next, watch the segment with only Spanish subtitles. This helps train your ears and your eyes to connect sound with written word. Okay, now let's dive into the step-by-step process that I use Netflix to help me learn Spanish. This method works great whether you're a beginner or advanced. You just have to adjust the length of the segments that you're watching. After that, I want you to watch the segment again with English subtitles. This helps you understand the meaning while still hearing the Spanish audio. For a third viewing, hit the Language Reactor button and watch with both English and Spanish subtitles. Pause when you encounter words that you don't know and write them down. The tool makes it super easy to do because you have the translation right there in front of you. Finally, watch the segment one more time, but this time without any subtitles. This challenges your listening comprehension and solidifies what you've learned. Now, if you're a beginner, don't try and watch an entire episode all at once. Instead, start with 5-minute segments. This is going to make it so you're not completely overwhelmed by a bunch of new words all at once. And then as you get used to it, you can adjust the lengths of the segments that you watch. Now, for more advanced learners, you can definitely watch longer segments or even tackle an entire episode. The key is to find the right balance where you're not overwhelmed, but you're still pushing yourself in learning. Here's another trick I've been using lately: watching my favorite English shows, but in Spanish. For example, I've been rewatching How to Get Away with Murder again, and this time I've been watching it in Spanish. This is great for a ton of reasons. One, you're already familiar with the content, so it's easier to understand. You're exposed to natural and conversational Spanish. And since it's your favorite show, it's just super entertaining, so you stay encouraged. One thing to note though, if you are doing this, is sometimes the Spanish dub doesn't exactly match the subtitles. Don't let this discourage you though. It's kind of actually a bonus because you're learning multiple ways to say the same thing. Now, remember how I mentioned the Unacademy Languages app? Here's where it comes in handy. When you're done watching your show on Netflix, hop onto the app and do a quick lesson on the grammar and vocabulary that you encountered. It's the perfect way to reinforce what you've learned. Plus, with the app's personalized learning path, you can feel assured that you're progressing at the right pace. Okay, back to Netflix. Consistency is key when learning a language. Here are some tips to keep your Netflix Spanish learning on track. Number 1, set a daily goal. Even just 15 minutes is great. Keep a vocabulary journal of all the new words that you're learning from the show. Try to then summarize what you've watched after every episode. This is great for helping you create Spanish output. Another thing you can do is join online Spanish fan communities of these favorite shows and practice participating in the discussions. And there you have it, amigos, how to use Netflix to supercharge your Spanish learning. Remember, the key is to make it fun and engaging, so make sure you choose shows that you like and stay consistent. And don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Before we wrap up, don't forget to check out the Unacademy Languages app. It's the perfect companion to the Netflix strategy we talked about today. The link is in the description below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well and hit that little notification bell so that you never miss an episode of Everyday Spanish with Stephanie. And remember, as we say in Spanish, la práctica hace al maestro. Practice makes perfect. So, grab your popcorn, fire up Netflix, and get learning. Hasta la próxima, amigos!